honored to transmit herewith a scanned copy of a certificate from the Honorable Deborah Bowen, Secretary of State for the State of California, indicating that according to the semifinal official canvass of votes from the special election held April 8, 2008, the Honorable Jackie Speier was elected representative to Congress for the 12th Congressional District, State of California. With best wishes, I am sincerely signed, Lorraine C. Miller.
Will the representative-elect and the members of the California delegation present themselves in the well? All members will rise. The representative-elect will raise her right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to same, that you will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of an office to which you are about to enter, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations, you are now a member of the The gentleman from California is recognized for 1 minute.
Madam Speaker and my colleagues, as Dean of the California delegation, it's my privilege, my honor, and my pleasure to introduce the newest member of the California delegation, Jackie Speier. Jackie was overwhelmingly elected by the residents of California's 12th Congressional District this week in a special election to succeed our late and esteemed colleague Tom Lantos. Prior to his passing, Tom endorsed Jackie for the seat. I know he'd share our pride in welcoming her today. Jackie first came to Congress with me, with my class as Chief of Staff for Congressman O'Ryan, who held the same congressional seat that she has done. She was in Guyana with Leo, helping to investigate the Reverend Jim Jones when her boss was assassinated and Jackie was seriously wounded. She survived and went on to serve as the youngest member ever elected to the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors and served 10 years in the State Assembly, another 8 years in California's Senate. She comes to us with an outstanding record of legislative victories, which she will no doubt extend in the U.S. Congress. I'd like you to join me in welcoming Jackie, her husband Barry, and her children Jackson and Stephanie to our congressional family. Welcome, Jackie. Madam Speaker, I would yield to my Assistant Dean, the distinguished gentleman, Mr. DREIER.
Madam Speaker, I thank my friend for yielding, and I'd like to, in behalf of the California GOP delegation, extend hearty congratulations to our new colleague. Of course, it is with mixed emotions that we're here because we're very still thinking about the life and the contribution of our colleague Tom Lantos, but very pleased that you are going to be able to work in the spirit of bipartisanship that the California delegation has pursued for years. And I will say that while members of your family haven't introduced, I have to quickly say, as I just did to you, that I'm sorry that your mother is not here. I hope very much that she's watching on television now, because we had spent a great evening together years ago, and I'm glad that she is doing well, and we're looking forward working for our state together. So thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Gentlewoman from California is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is a real honor to be introduced by the Dean of the California delegation, who was, as he mentioned, serving his district with distinction when I was a mere staffer here in the U.S. House of Representatives. And I'm thrilled to be joining the gentlewoman from California, Congresswoman Anna Eshoo, one of my longest and dearest friends, and the gentleman from California, Congressman Thompson, who taught me all I needed to know when I first arrived in the state capitol back in 1986. Madam Speaker, I didn't think it was possible for a person to be filled with both pride and humility at the same time, but that is exactly how I feel today. I'm proud to have been chosen by a substantial majority of San Francisco and San Mateo County voters. I'm humbled by the faith they have placed in me and by the awesome legacy this particular seat holds. Recently, I was introduced as having been elected to replace Tom Lantos. I had to laugh. I was elected to succeed Congressman Lantos. No one will ever replace him. I also follow in the footsteps of Leo Ryan, who served this chamber with distinction until he was assassinated 30 years ago. And I'm honored to introduce his daughter, Erin Ryan, who is in the members' gallery. I was privileged to serve on Congressman Ryan's staff because I learned from one of the best. He taught me 3 important lessons. 1, question the status quo. 2, always listen to the people you represent. And 3, always stand up for what you believe in, even if you have to stand alone. Madam Speaker, I was struck with something while campaigning for this seat. A public servant is never more in tune with her constituents than when she is first running for the office. While holding over 60 community meetings across my district this year, the most common question was, when will we get out of Iraq? It was asked by voters across the spectrum: veterans, students, parents, the prosperous, middle class, those still working towards their piece of the American dream. The process to bring the troops home must begin immediately. The President wants to stay the course, and the man who wants to replace him suggests we could be in Iraq for 100 years. But, Madam Speaker, history will not judge us kindly if we sacrifice 4 generations of Americans because of the folly of one. And, Madam Speaker, as passionate as people are about getting out of Iraq, they are also worried.
Will the gentlemen please take their conversations outside the chamber?
They are also worried about their jobs, their houses, and their futures. I got an earful from taxpayers outraged that the Fed bailed out Bear Stearns, while neighbors are losing their homes to predatory lending practices. A man in a union hall put it simply: when will our government care as much for Main Street Americans as Wall Street speculators? As long as I am here, I will strive to make sure that the voices of Main Street are heard as loudly as the voices of Wall Street. Madam Speaker, you are an inspiration to me, to America, and to women all over the world. I stand before you eager to learn and ready to help make the laws of the greatest country on earth reflect its values: fairness, justice, and a guarantee that working men and women, parents, students, seniors, the disabled, and the disaffected, every American has the right to a seat at the table of opportunity. Thank you very much.
Under Clause 5D of Rule 20, the Chair announces to the House that in light of the administration of the oath of office to the gentlewoman from California, the whole number of the House is 432.